Jealousy is a venomous flame, one that inevitably reduces the one who kindles it to ashes. This is a tale of such ruin. A saga of treachery, hollow facades, and a vengeance forged in heartbreak. In a grand and ancient kingdom, there ruled a king. He was benevolent to his people, yet tragically gullible. At his side stood two chief advisors. The first was Lord Alex, a man of profound wisdom and unwavering honor, revered by the entire realm. The second was Victor, a cunning royal astrologer who had slithered his way into the king's inner circle. As Alex's influence grew, a bitter envy took root in Victor's heart. Consumed by the fear of being cast into the shadows, he spun a wicked web of deceit. One fateful night, he rushed into the king's chambers, feigning breathless terror. The king, blinded by rage and placing blind faith in the astrologer's deceptive words, sought no proof.
We got a massive situation! I just read some seriously messed up vibes in the stars tonight. Your whole kingdom, nah, your actual life is on the line right now. And the threat ain't some random op, it's your so-called loyal right-hand man, Alex.
He handed down a swift and brutal decree.
Alex? Oh, no. It cannot be. It cannot.
Man, Victor's never missed with this astrology stuff. If Alex is really plotting on me, I can't just sit here and do nothing. Nobody plays me in my own kingdom. If he's gonna backstab me, I'm taking him out before he even makes a move.
Handle this on the down low. I want him gone. No noise, no messy drama. Just cancel him permanently. Consider it done.
Unaware of the doom closing in around him, Alex lived a peaceful life with his pregnant wife. A man of intellect, he kept a daily journal, recording the intricate affairs of the court. Yet, in recent days, a heavy unease had settled over him. One evening, looking into his wife's eyes, he spoke.
Look, the vibes at the court are totally off right now. I low-key feel like someone is cooking up a massive plot against me.
Babe, you're the most real and honest guy out there. Nobody can touch you. Just chill and stop overthinking it, okay?
But the dread in Alex's heart would not fade. That night, he poured his deepest fears and the bitter truths of the court into the pages of his diary. The very next morning, Victor arrived with a royal mandate.
Yo, Alex. The king is seriously crashing. Needs a cure pronto. A rare herb from the deep forest across the mountains. King's order. We gotta bounce and get it. Like, yesterday.
Alex, sensing the fragile precipice he stood upon, bowed to the king's command. After days of riding, they entered a desolate, creeping forest, a place so silent even the birds dared not sing. Suddenly, Victor raised his hand. From the shadows, guards ambushed Alex, binding him in heavy rope.
Victor! Bro, what are you even doing right now? My wife is pregnant. Just cut me some slack, at least for my unborn kid, man.
Cut you some slack? Bro, you being at the court is a massive liability to my hustle. And honestly, I don't let loose ends keep breathing. Look, if this is really game over for me, just promise me one thing. Make sure my unborn kid gets this diary. Yeah, whatever you say, bro. Consider it done.
And with that, Victor ruthlessly struck Alex down, burying his body in the cold, unforgiving dirt of the dark forest. Years turned to dust. Alex's widow gave birth to a son, William, a boy who grew up asking for a father he had never known. His mother, entirely ignorant of the grim truth, would simply smile and say, clinging to that fragile hope, William grew into a brilliant and courageous young man, the very mirror image of his noble father. One day, Victor, wishing to maintain the illusion of his loyalty to the late Lord Alex, summoned the young man.
William, my guy. Just look at you, bro. You are literally a carbon copy of your dad, Alex.
Thank you, sir.
Man, I was just completely in my feels today, missing my old bestie. The court just ain't the same without his energy, you know?
I figured it's time you had this. It's his old diary, pretty much the ultimate keepsake of his legacy. Keep it safe, kid.
I appreciate this more than you know, sir. This is literally the most valuable thing in the world to me right now.
Victor had never bothered to read the pages, assuming them to be nothing more than trivial records. He had no idea that he had just handed the boy the very confession of his own murderous sins. That night, William opened the journal. The first pages were filled with his father's profound wisdom. But as he turned the parchment, the tone grew frantic, terrified. When he reached the final entries, William's hands began to shake. His breath hitched. The tears spilled over. His father had detailed every whisper of the conspiracy, the king's foolishness, the fatal mission, and the identity of the true traitor. The world shattered beneath William's feet. The man he thought was his father's loyal friend was the cold-blooded serpent who had slaughtered him. Grief forged into a storm of absolute wrath. The very next morning, wearing a mask of polite reverence, William stood before the king.
Good morning, Your Majesty. I come before you with a humble request. Your Majesty, my dad left a will saying if I hang out with the absolute smartest guy in the kingdom, my whole future is set.
And let's be real, who's got a bigger brain in this court than Victor? I'd be beyond honored to take a trip outside the city with him today.
Say less, kid. Your dad definitely knew what was up. I'd be absolutely thrilled to step out of the city and drop some wisdom on you today.
But it was a trap. William led the arrogant astrologer deep into the same desolate forest, to the exact cursed ground where his father's blood had been spilled. With a sudden, violent strike, William spooked Victor's horse. The older man was thrown to the earth. In a flash of steel and fury, William pinned him down, binding his hands. Staring into the absolute abyss of William's eyes, Victor broke. Weeping, he confessed to the toxic envy that drove him to frame Lord Alex, and pointed to the earth beneath them. With trembling, bloodied hands, Victor clawed at the earth until the decayed remains of the honorable Lord Alex surfaced. At the sight of his father's bones, William's heart shattered anew. But his resolve was made of iron.
He told Victor,
This ain't madness, Victor. This is pure justice. Forget the king, man. Not a single star in the sky is gonna save you today. My dad's diary ain't just some book. It's the literal receipt of your sins. I know absolutely everything.
Victor started begging, dropping to William's feet.
Please forgive me. For God's sake, let me go, William. I messed up so bad. I've got little kids, man. Please have mercy on me.
William's voice was full of all the pain.
Forgiveness? When my dad was literally begging you for his life, why didn't your cold heart melt then? You took him out just because you were jealous, and today you're down there begging me for mercy?
Today is Judgment Day. The exact same dirt you buried my innocent dad in is waiting for you right now.
When William returned to the royal court, his garments were stained with the dark earth of the forest. Seeing him return alone, covered in dirt, The king demanded answers.
William, you came back solo. Son, what happened to you? Where's the astrologer Victor at?
Your Majesty. He ain't ever coming back, 'cause he finally got exactly what he deserved. He's buried deep in the dirt, right alongside that massive lie he fed you years ago.
What are you even saying? You literally took out the royal astrologer? If you don't drop a solid reason right now, you're getting executed on the spot.
Your Majesty, you only call it murder when the guy is innocent. I didn't murder anyone, I just paid back dirt with dirt. The exact same dirt that hid my innocent dad for years. Finally recognized the real criminal today.
William cast the ultimate proof, his father's journal and his remains, right at the foot of the king's throne.
That astrologer literally sold you a fake illusion, and you paid for it with my dad's life. Every single thing that Snake did to my dad is written right here in this diary.
As the king read the haunting words inked by his most loyal friend, the horrific truth struck him like a physical blow. The memory of Alex's unyielding honesty flooded his mind. Tears of profound regret spilled from the monarch's eyes to atone for his grievous error.
Man, how blind was I? I literally threw away a diamond thinking it was just dirt and kept a total snake right by my side. I seriously traded real loyalty just to buy a liar's smooth talk. What a massive mistake.
The king did not merely grant William his father's rightful place as the chief advisor. He offered the young hero his daughter's hand in marriage, securing a legacy of honor for generations to come. For you may bury the truth in the darkest earth, but you can never erase it. Envy is but a parasite that inevitably devours the host. And a truly wise man can outsmart and defeat his enemy, even from beyond the grave.